All right, event demonstration for event 2 of the 2016 FTME it's the other CrossFit total. 2 athletes on the team will each find a 1 rep max overhead squat. 2 athletes, 1 rep max bench press. 2 athletes, 1 rep max clean, any style. They're going to have 2 minutes for each of the exercises and 1 minute of downtime, quote unquote, for recording and validating scores and switching between the exercises. So for our demonstration, we have 3, 2, 1, go. And the bar may be preloaded to your opening lift. So Andrew is demonstrating a good overhead squat. Hip crease was below knee at the bottom. Hips and knees extended, elbows locked out overhead at the top. Everything you'd expect with a good overhead squat. In the 2-minute window, the 2 athletes make as many attempts as they want at overhead squatting. They'll be using the rack as well. He's got a good setup. We're watching for hip crease to come below the knee. Successful. Freeze right there, Brandon, at the top. Knees and hips extended. Elbows fully extended. The bar's under control. At this point, he can bring it to his back or he can dump the bar to the ground. Either one is fine. In 2 minutes, they'll land opening lifts and then as many other lifts as they want using a standardized group of weights over here. So 2 minutes for 2 people to find a max lift. The third athlete, by the way, stays back there on the bench, out of the way, so there's just 2 athletes lifting, 2 athletes changing weights, and then 1 judge. During the 1 minute of downtime, they'll move the J hooks to their desired height, move the bench press into place, and they can go ahead and load the bar to their opening lifts, again, during that 1 minute space. The third athlete, the athlete who's not lifting, is going to stay back and out of the way. Only the 2 athletes involved in this particular max lift may be moving and changing out the weights. That's to avoid too much confusion or clutter in the lane. Now the bench press standard, we'll slow this down a little bit because this is really important. The judges will be watching from this angle. We need to have shoulders on the bench, butt on the bench, feet on the floor, and then the spotter may help lift the bar to get to the starting position, but that lift cannot begin until the judge cues begin or go. Chest to bar, butt stays on the bench, full lockout when the elbows are fully extended. The judge calls good rep, then and only then may the bar come back to the J hooks. That can be done independently, or the athlete can have their spotter, the other athlete, bring him back to the J hooks. But the judge, this is actually true for overhead squats, for bench press, and for cleans, the judge must call a good rep before the bar is dumped, abandoned, or whatever else. Shoulders down, butt down, feet down. Go. Good rep. 2 minutes, as many lifts as they want to do. Right on. After the 2 minutes is done, move the bench press out of the way. Bring the bar to the floor. The judges will have the athletes validating their score, the successful lifts completed. And then in the final segment, 3, 2, 1, go. Athletes can do any style of clean they want to a max, for max load. Good lift. Again, the third athlete, the resting athlete, stays back and out of the way. Power cleans, muscle clean, split clean, squat clean, continental clean. We'll count any of them. As long as the bar starts at the floor and finishes at the shoulder with the elbows out in front of the bar under control, full extension of knees and hips, as many lifts as they can do in 2 minutes. Only the biggest successful lifts for overhead squat, bench press, and clean will count. There's only one score for the entire contest. It's the grand total of successful lifts. So there will be 2 numbers for overhead squat, 2 numbers for bench press, 2 numbers for clean. The biggest lifts successfully completed, we add them all together, and there's only 1 score for the whole contest. 1 total number, the other CrossFit total for your team. That's your score.